Hello, everyone.
Super late.
We're not super late. We're like 7 minutes late. Okay, we're not ready at all. It's Friday. We promised we were going to do a show. We were doing homework and working. The kitchen is a mess, so I have to clean up for a second with my handy dandy dish gloves. And Emmy is going to entertain you. Should I do that share? No, I don't want to do it. It's too much trouble.
What?
Okay. Oh, that's saying I could share it with friends. I can put it. I don't want to get into what I did. You can post it in different places on Facebook. So Emmy is going to entertain you.
Just plum cartridges.
What are we making today, Emmy? Do you know?
Swordfish. Swordfish and apple pecan cake.
That's right. And bok choy. And I'm just cleaning up lunch dishes. Don't mind me. I would never still have lunch dishes in the sink at cooking show time. This is a sign that we don't take the cooking show quite as seriously as we used to. So.
Excuse me?
We do. You don't think that's true? We don't take the cooking show as seriously as we used to?
I mean, ever since Theo started school, we haven't been doing the cooking shows much.
Is that true? We haven't done a show at all since Theo started school?
Well, mostly because Theo and Mommy or Theo and Daddy will not be here Theo will never be here during cooking shows unless it's a holiday because he has school on Friday. So
that's true. So we might at some point decide that the answer to this is that we have to do a Saturday cooking show or something. But we'll see. Anyway, it's we didn't do a Rosh Hashanah show, so
we made apple cake.
But not on the show. We didn't.
Oh wait.
You were so sure I was wrong. So we are gonna make.
You're wrong about something.
I'm wrong about all sorts of things all the time, just not about this one right now.
Well, you usually are.
It's not the you were wrong part. It's just that you gave me such a hard time about it part. So anyway, because it's still the High Holy Days, we're going to, and we didn't do a Rosh Hashanah show, we're going to make...
Sound like a news reporter when you say High Holy Days.
I sound like a news reporter? Okay, so we're going to make a little apple pecan cake. It's kind of like it's almost like an upside down. The apples and pecans go at the bottom, and then you make a cake on top. So we're going to see how that goes. Usually we don't bake unless Mommy's here. Mommy's not here. So we're going to try and bake. And then we're going to do a little swordfish and some bok choy and some fingerling potatoes and I think that's it. Okay, do you want to, Emmy, while I finish this up, do you want to read the start of that recipe? What do we need?
So it says we need to...
Oh, do we have the full
thing.
recipe? Okay, yes, okay.
So we need,
Yeah, go ahead, read from the top.
No, I want to wait till you're done.
I'm listening.
I know, but you're going to have to, get around.
What's the first thing we need? One stick?
One stick, 4 ounces of soft unsalted butter.
Uh-oh, soft butter. Well, we don't have any butter. That. Well, we have our fake butter, which is fine. So 1 stick. It's soft, but this stuff is not real butter, and it's softer than real butter. So I think that will be okay without it softened. Okay, 1 stick, soft, unsalted butter.
That's soft.
Okay, 1 hand. How many pecans do we need?
It looks like we need 3/4 of cup, 3/4 of cup of pecan half. So
3/4 of a cup of pecan half. Okay, so why don't you get
3 at the top? I mean 4.
Yeah, 3/4. Don't pick your nose while we're cooking, please. Okay. Do you want to get? It's a family cooking show. I guess it's okay. Do you want to get? A bowl to put some pecans in?
Yeah, but where's the pecans?
They're right in front of the camera.
Oh.
Right in front of your face.
Can I put the pecans in the bowl?
Yes. You can measure them and put them in the bowl. That was just what I was going to have you do. That was the whole point. Okay, there you go. There's a bowl. And you could do, so for 3/4, Emmy, you could either find the 1/4 cup. Oh, you could do it that way. Yeah, it doesn't need to be very exact. That's fine. Go ahead and do it. You see where the 3/4 mark is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So
The 3/4?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, can you open up the pecans?
Yes. And I'll fold them.
Yes. And we need a food processor. I don't know what I'm going to do for that. We'll work that out.
I'm going to get scissors.
Oh, is it not opened? Oh my goodness, an unopened bag of pecans here. You know, I think this is probably this might be the recipe that Mommy thought about making and then didn't make. I don't know. Okay, so raw pecan
She'd
has.
have both.
What?
Then she'd have both, and it would be kind of nice.
That's right. She would get to try both
We're
of
gonna
them.
have so many cakes this week. We're gonna have so many cakes.
Hi, Grandma Phyllis. Hi, Gung Gung. Okay.
Thank you.
So many cakes. I know. We also have the brownies that Grandma made.
Well,
It's okay. Okay. It's going to be a little inexact because that's a liquid measure.
sorry.
But it's fine. No, I told you you could use it. Throw a couple more in there.
There we go.
Okay, great. Let me wash this cutting board.
I have the pecans in a bowl.
All right, we got some pecans in a bowl.
Can I do stowing if there needs to be stowing?
Yes. What's next?
It says next, we're going to need 2 large tart apples.
2 large tart apples.
Peeled and cored and sliced.
Okay. So I will work on that. What's the next thing after that?
So we use a little butter to grease a 10-inch glass pie plate.
Okay, a 10-inch glass pie plate. So you can start working on that.
But I don't know what a pie plate is.
I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one.
Oh,
silly.
that's a pie plate, isn't it?
Yes. So a 10-inch glass pie plate.
And I'll grease it with butter. Whoa. It was that heavy.
What? Oh, I'm glad you didn't drop it. Good job. Okay. Yes, no, don't use that butter. We need that butter. No, it's fine. No, that's fine. So you could do that. Sometimes you could just take off the butter and peel it that way. But in this case, I'll put a little butter on here. And just spread that all around there, okay?
I'm spreading butter, as you know.
You are. I think I'm going to put on an apron while you spread butter. Then I'm going to core some apples. Okay.
This is my I don't like so much dress.
You don't like so much dress, so you're not going to wear an apron? Fair enough.
I don't care if
Okay.
it gets stains on it.
Great. I'm going to peel and core these apples. And what's the next? Okay. You can do that.
All greased.
All greased? Okay.
Well,
You can do
I
that.
think.
Yes. That was a totally fine job greasing.
And arrange the pecans in a pattern. What kind of pattern?
Did it say, do we have to do anything else to the pecans first?
It says.
Arrange 1/4 cup pecan halves in a pattern. Okay. So 1/4 cup. Let's get.
What kind of pattern?
Doesn't say what kind of pattern. So I think we just have to decide what we want. These are going to go, the way this is going to work is this is going to come out of the, you get to choose. Like you're on the Great British Baking Show.
I want to,
So
can I
you
choose?
can
I have a
decide-
pattern I really want to
Yeah,
use.
so you can, this is how many are going to go there. So think about that. I wouldn't pour them. I would place them one at a time and see. It's not going to cover a whole layer. So this, if you do them this way, then the flat side is going to be up. So you probably want to lay them like pretty side down, right?
Okay.
No, other way around. Because what's going to happen with this, we're going to do this. We're going to put the cake on top, and then we're going to dump it out.
Okay.
So you probably want the.
So I know what I want.
Okay, great. And actually, before you do that, can I just get in here and get the peeler?
Sure. I think I have enough for that.
I thought I could get the peeler. It's over here.
You silly.
The peeler, as always, is in the dish rack. The peeler just lives in the dish rack. It never goes anywhere else. Okay. I'm going to peel and core some apples over here. Oh.
Is it okay?
That's great. Here's what Emmy's doing. Now, did you want that? Did you mean that to be the center of the plate?
Yes.
You got it a little off center. See how here and see how this side? You can scooch them around. See, do you see what I mean? So it's not quite the middle. There you go. It's very pretty.
Thank you.
Let's tilt this down so everyone can see what you're doing.
Hope I have enough. Hope I have enough. Hope I have enough.
Oh, you can go over a little bit. I mean, if you need to get it, it's not that exact. But if you need a few more, something. I just wanted to know about what it is. So we have the right number of pecans left. But if you're feeling like, did Mommy tell you she wanted to make this recipe and you nixed it because it had pecans in it? And then I told you we were gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't like it, you can eat brownies.
I'm pretty sure I'll like it, and if I don't, I can just take the pecans out.
That's true.
And then...
Some of them are going to get ground up and go inside, but I don't think you hate pecans that much that you'll hate it. So we'll see.
I like ground pecans, I just don't like...
Oh, just the texture you don't like?
Yeah.
Okay. These will be crunchy and have caramel all over them, so
Okay.
that will...
That was
Okay, I'm going
short.
to peel and core some apples. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, that smells so good.
What, the apple?
I'm putting a pattern, kind of like a flower.
Great. And then we're going to put the apple slices on top of that. So the way it's going to work in the end, on top or around. So the apple slices, yeah, that's great. We'll work it out. The apple slices are going to go...
I think I know where I want the apple. It can go like around the edge of here.
Do you want to make, yes, and then we can rearrange. So we can, as we
I think I could go a little over the top. So my design will need maybe another half a cup of pecans.
well, I wouldn't go too many more because it'll throw off the balance. So, but maybe you want to spread out that ring a little or something. Like do like one ring and then another ring like that.
Good idea. Working out.
And then we can put the apples. We'll sort of figure out how to put the apples in between those.
And then I'm gonna do like one here, and then one here, and one here.
I think once again,
Like
this recipe.
Like the pattern?
I do. I love it. I think this recipe again doesn't tell us anything about how thick the apple slices should be. So let's read
It's
along.
a little bit like the British baking show.
Oh, like a technical challenge. This recipe is a little better than that. What is so? Read me the rest of the recipe. What do we do
It
next?
says scatter any extras. Yeah, blah blah blah. Heat.
Wait, don't say blah blah blah.
It says scatter any extra slices randomly.
Oh, arrange apple slices. You skipped this part. Arrange apple slices over and around pecans in a single layer in a pattern. Scatter any extras randomly on top.
I think I want to put the apples over here.
Right. So we'll do. I think probably what we need to do is once we have the apple slices, we kind of have to do it. We kind of have to do it.
I have a plan for
like
the
together.
pattern thing. Okay.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna explain. I think I'd like the pattern to go around here.
okay. Go ahead and start doing it.
But I don't have enough. But you're cutting. You told
apple
me
slices.
never-
What do you mean?
You told me never to put my hand.
Oh, I see. Here you go. I'm cutting over here.
Okay. Just making sure I know that.
So the bottom layer of apple slices, Emmy, and the pecans are going to show, and then we're going to just put the rest of the apples are going to be like a bed.
Okay, I'm just making sure everything's even the way I want it.
Great.
I hope you like
It's
it.
almost going to be like a little Tarte Tatin. We're going to put caramel in here. It's pretty much like a Tarte Tatin. Okay, so, oh, I love how you're doing that, Emmy.
I have this little thing I want the apples to do for
Yeah.
me. So I'm just figuring that out. Figuring that out. That there, that there, that there, that there, that there, that there. Use these apples, like right here, and right here. Like it? And I put kind of like centered them like that. Pecan, like that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like these apple slices were probably supposed to be thicker than this. It's okay.
That's okay. They're perfect for what I had in mind for the
Great.
design.
No, but I mean they're thicker because you're going to have a lot of them left over. But it's okay.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Your pattern will still be the same. No, I think it's okay.
I'll put that there.
The way it's going to work is there's going to be a layer, and you're going to see the pattern you made of apple and pecan. You also, if you want, the apples can overlap if you want them to. So if you want to do like that, you can, but you don't have to.
No, I'm
Yep.
gonna have something.
Okay, you've got a theory. You want me to stop messing with you? Okay. I'm relaxed. Who's not relaxed?
You
What are you talking about? I'm relaxed.
have.
I make suggestions when I'm relaxed.
It's not always a good thing, you know.
You think I should make fewer suggestions? Would you like me to make fewer suggestions to you?
Yes.
Are you telling me you'd like a little more independence in this project? I should stop messing with you and let you do it the way you want.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
What I'm doing is harder than it looks.
How about I'll read ahead and see what the next step I can do.
Okay.
While you continue to arrange your apple slices.
I just
Take
want
as long as you want. Nope, you're fine.
to be in a particular
You're fine.
way.
Okay. Mix in a food processor. Finely grind remaining pecan halves. Okay. I can do that. Although I am going to need you. Can I get you to get down for one more second? Sorry.
Yep.
Because
Yummy.
hopefully it's not in here. I would love not to use. There you go. I love not to use a big food processor. Aha! Here is the attachment for the immersion blender, which is the food processor attachment. And then I can grind
Do you
the
think I
remaining
could do
pecan
it like?
halves.
But if I do it like that, it'll like go on the sides.
No, that's fine.
Because I do.
The only problem, that's fine. The only problem is it's going to fall.
Okay.
But if you want it, but what you can do is like that.
Oh, good idea. Do you think
And then
I could do
that'll
that?
work great as long as there's apples there to catch it.
I want to
Yeah.
do that. Do you
'Cause
think?
I think that's a great idea actually.
Because I think I'd like some apples on the sides, so it could be like.
Yep, I think that's a great idea.
Separated a little bit.
Yep.
Like a little bit separated. I'm moving the pecans to make sure they're not overlapping.
Grandma Phyllis is going to make a tarte tatin.
With us?
No, this is not quite a tarte tatin. It's got kind of like a butter cake on top, but it's pretty similar because we're going to pour caramel over the apples. So we'll see. I kind of like the look of this recipe. We'll see if it works. Okay, grind these up.
So, Daddy. So I did like three here with apples matching,
Yeah.
and then like on the top 1, 2, 3, like individual.
Okay, and then we need to put the rest of the apple slices.
I still have a pecan in my hand.
Yep. We have to put the rest of the apple slices just on top. These won't.
I
can-
like what you're doing.
Yeah, and they don't need to be in or we could even maybe just do them straight around. It just says scatter because these aren't going to really
Can
show. Then maybe like in a ring around all the way around like
just
that.
in case they do, I don't want them.
Yep. No, I think it's fine. Always find. Oopsie. But let's get this. That's a little piece of apple seed.
You don't want
You
that.
don't want to be any apple seed cake. It says finely ground. I wonder how finely they mean. I'm gonna assume put right a little bit of crunch.
There.
You know what I mean? Here, taste that. Tell me what you think. Do you like that flavor now that the texture's not there? Great. That's a good sign that you actually liking this cake. You didn't go all the way. You had the rest of it, so we need to do that.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, but that's okay because it's a little uneven anyway. So we'll just go like this.
And there'll be some. It's okay if there's some pecans under. right?
Yes, no, that's the whole point. That's the whole point, is that the rest of these apples are just kind of here to...
But don't cover too much
No,
of
no,
that.
I'm not going to cover
That's
any of that. That's going to...
That's like the part I wanted everything.
But that'll all show, because don't forget, Emmy, that we're going to turn this whole thing upside down.
Hang on,
So
I
it's
just
fine.
want to do one last thing
Yeah.
with the pecans, if you don't mind.
No problem. Okay, so finely grind the remaining pecan halves. Mix with flour, baking powder, and a half teaspoon of salt. Okay, how much flour do I need, Emmy?
It says you need... Sorry. It says you need one and a half, I think.
That's 1/2. So we need
1/2
another one.
cup of flour.
1/2 cup of flour. Wow, that's so little flour. This recipe is very interesting, Emmy. I don't know how this is going to go. We're going to find out. Okay, 1/2 cup. I think that's finely ground enough. I think it is. Okay. We're going to call it finely ground enough. Still got a little texture to it. Okay, 1/2.
Feels like it. Feels like something I'd like.
We just
Tastes
don't know
like
what it's
something
yeah.
I'd like.
Okay, 1/2 cup of flour. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Let's get, I know we've got to work out a better solution than how to be here. Okay, 1/2 cup of flour. I'm going to assume this recipe isn't that sensitive, which is never a good assumption when you're baking. This is why Daddy is not a very good baker. Okay, 1/2 cup of flour. Baking powder. How much baking powder?
It says we need 3/4.
Oh gosh, do we not have any baking powder? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you know what? You know who has baking powder?
Oh.
Probably. Oh, no, we have. Okay, how much baking powder?
It says 1.
3/4 of a teaspoon. Okay, let's see if we have 3/4 of a teaspoon. Do we have baking spoons in here? I don't know why I would even look there. Of course, we all know where the baking powder always is. Oh. Do you want us to see the shot? There is the arrangement.
I
Can't
did
really
that.
see the other layers. There you go, for you, Grandma Phyllis. And let's see if we have 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. I think we do actually. I think we have
Hopefully
almost
it'll
exactly.
stick to the batter so it doesn't like fall off. Oh, and we won't see any of this part. Because that's...
Right, that's
So
going to be
you'll
underneath the
see
cake.
it under the cake. So it's a little bit like layer.
Okay.
So it'll be a
3/4
little
of
bit of a
teaspoon
surprise.
of baking powder we have.
Can I start
And
when...
yes, and salt. How much salt? 1 teaspoon of salt.
Can I move my stool?
Yep, mix with flour. Okay, set aside. Okay, whisk. Oh, wait. 1/2 teaspoon. Uh-oh. That's only supposed to be half the salt. Okay, we'll try and fix that. We should really read, Daddy should really read these directions more carefully. Okay, well, we're gonna hope that part wasn't important. Okay. Yeah, Phyllis likes the arrangement. Okay, you want to stir that? Go ahead. Stir and set aside. Whisk 1 cup of sugar and remaining salt together in a skillet. Oh, I see. Okay, well.
What?
Well, this is actually kind of important. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be extra salty cake. I don't think anybody's mind. Okay, whisk together
I
remaining
like
salt
salty cake.
and 1 cup of sugar with 1/3 of a cup of water. Okay. In a skillet. Which is interesting. Well, it says a skillet, so...
This is what I'm storing together, what we put in. I'm storing together.
I'm going to do it, even though it says a skillet.
I don't think we have it.
No, I guess, well, okay. You know what? Let's follow the directions. Let's follow the directions. We have lots of skillets. This is a skillet. The skillet is over there. Okay. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. How much sugar? Say 1 cup of sugar?
It says, hang on. 1 cup of sugar.
Okay, great.
It says 1 3/4 cups of sugar.
Oh, okay. 1 3/4 cups of sugar. I hope I even have 1 3/4 cups of sugar.
Stop making me panic. I'm the kind of person that likes to panic if everyone knows that. Almost everyone knows that. Why didn't I even ask?
That is a lot of sugar. Does it say 1 cup of sugar? Does it say all the sugar? Hang on a second. 1 cup of sugar. Whisk 1 cup of sugar. Okay, nice.
That's a lot of sugar.
It is. This has a lot of sugar in it. You know who's gonna like that?
Hmm?
Yeah, who else?
Theo?
Yeah. Okay. And 1/3 cup of water in the skillet. So I'm gonna mix that up.
What are you doing?
I'm mixing this up. You wanna bring the camera over here?
Is it going to be under heat?
Yes.
I think this is stored fully.
I think so too. So we're gonna make some caramel over here.
All the lumps are is grind pieces of
Okay.
stuff.
So.
Hang on. Sorry about
okay.
this.
So I've got
I'm
this
just
pan
gonna-
of sugar and salt.
You see, that is why I had both stools.
But it does say whisk, so maybe I should continue to. Should I keep following actually doing what the recipe says? Just for
Yes.
kicks? Okay.
Hang on. That is the sugar and whatever else is in there.
Sugar and salt. I didn't whisk it. I just stirred it up a little bit.
Do-do-do-do-do.
It's the whisk in here.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yes. Okay. Watch your hand. Okay. Then I'm gonna whisk that together. And
then-
we are gonna make some caramel here.
I remember caramel. I love caramel. But like real caramel.
Well, it's
not
not really real
real.
caramel. Well, it depends. This is real caramel. Some people would say that real caramel has to have butter in it or milk, but this is real caramel. Just gonna melt the sugar. Okay. So we're gonna melt this. It really says without stirring, but I want to just mix it up because I didn't mix it very well. So I'm gonna whisk that together, and then I'm glad I didn't try to do this in the saucepan. At least
Why?
a little one, because it's a whole cup of sugar. It wouldn't have fit. Okay, now we might be, I hope I had more sugar. Might be out of sugar too. Okay, I'm going to go borrow some sugar from your grandmother.
Should I come down with you? Show if you.
No, your grandma doesn't want her apartment on the cooking show. Just watch that and turn it down if it starts to boil.
Okay. What a awesome job. I'll turn that down a little bit just in case. Oh, Daddy's gonna kill me. Daddy's gonna kill me. If I don't get this right. I wonder if I yell downstairs, Daddy would hear me. Yeah, this needs to be turned down even as slow as I can turn it. Without actually turning it off. There you go. All right. We will, Grandma Phyllis. She asked when the cake is done, she wants us to send. I know, but when the cake is done and the arrangements on top, send her a picture.
Did she have to leave?
No.
Okay. With a mixer, cream remaining butter and sugar together.
Wait, Grandma, do you have to leave?
No, I think she asked that a while ago. I mean, that's why I told you I'd already done it.
Oh, right. Oh.
That's why it's saying already.
It's at the lowest temperature because it is boiling.
Great.
And it's beginning to be a bit clear.
Yes, it'll get clear, and then it's going to turn. You're supposed to do it until it turns brown, which is a little tricky here because it was already brown. The sugar was a little brown. Okay, it says cook over medium-high heat without stirring until mixture turns amber. A swirl pan from time to time if necessary.
Okay, good, Grandma Phyllis. You're staying till the end.
Okay, it says swirl pan if necessary. So I'm going to gently swirl it I don't know why it says without stirring. I'm puzzled about this, Emmy, but I'm going to try and follow it. I think we should stir it and let the sugar all dissolve, and then let it turn to caramel. But that's what it says, so we're going to try to follow the directions. Just for kicks. Okay, now we need 3/4 of a cup of sugar. This is not really quite what we should be using.
Is that Domino sugar?
It is.
What in the world?
Domino is just a sugar, is just a company that makes sugar.
I know, but this is weird.
What's weird?
I don't know. Everything.
Why is that weird?
Everything! Not just that.
Weird because you're not used to Domino
This
sugar?
recipe is weird.
Well, it's just sugar. I don't know.
This recipe is weird because it doesn't tell us to mix it. Or it just knows blah, blah, blah.
I mean, it does tell us to... It does tell us to mix it. Oh, you mean it tells us not to mix the thing? Yeah, I think that's because... Actually, I don't even know why that is. We're just going to do it and see what happens. Okay.
We're going to use all of our sugar. But then you won't have any coffee in the morning.
Oh, I'll drink my coffee black if I have to, Emmy.
What?
Rather than not have it, but... Alright, we should have done this the other way around. That's okay. We're just going to do this. Use the superfine sugar. Mommy's going to be appalled when she watches this and realizes how many ways I didn't follow the recipe. But that's okay, because the good thing is, by the time Mommy sees this, the cake will already be done, and it'll either be delicious or not. Okay, so we've got 3/4 of a cup of sugar here. We cream this in. So this is kind of like what you do for cookie dough. We're going to cream together the butter and the sugar. So I'm going to take this butter. It's very dark over here. Why is it so dark over here? Oh, because the lights are all the way down. Okay. How are we doing? Is it amber yet?
A little bit.
A little bit? I don't think that's what they meant. I think it's going to turn much more amber than that. But it's hard because we used slightly unrefined sugar, so it was already a little bit amber. So we're just going to guess. Okay. So, Emmy, I'm going to do this. My 1 stick of butter in here.
Can I put the camera like here so everyone can see you?
If you can get an angle on it.
Okay, hang on, guys, okay? Hang on, I'm gonna do this everything.
Get this out of the way.
Thank you for helping me with that. Get the flour out of the way, bread out of the way.
So, this is like a basic baking thing.
They can all see the mixer. Eyes are on you.
Eyes are on me. Okay, great.
Can I help? Can I put...
So we're going to do this.
Can I move my stool on the other side if you don't mind?
Yes.
So that
Okay.
I could like turn it on.
Okay, yep, you can turn it on now.
Pour some stuff.
Ready? We're going to cream it together. Turn it on low so the sugar doesn't go all over the place.
Alright, good idea. Oops. That's as slow as I can get it.
Okay, you can turn it up a little. Turn it off for a second.
It'll actually turn into a liquid at some point.
Off. No, it won't turn. Well, event you mean for the butter will melt. It won't. It's at room temperature. That won't happen. What it'll do, though, hopefully, is we have to do this with a cutter. Let's see. Okay, turn it back on.
We made the same kind of mix for the other one. Remember, the other cake we made was also just butter and sugar. You think that when this is done, that I could, when you pour everything in the cake, that I could have the last bits of batter from the bowls?
Yes.
Because, you know.
You think that's creamed together yet? Yeah, let's put that in. You just eating a little butter and sugar.
How good is that? Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
3 eggs, and we'll do this.
That's why it'll turn into a little liquid. That's what I mean.
I'm going to do this, Emmy. I'm going to crack the eggs into here one at a time. There we go. That's creamed. One. Just in case I get some shell in here. Also,
You did.
no, this is a little bit of stuff in the egg. It's not actually shell. It's just a little Christmas stuff inside the egg. You also do this, Emmy.
What is
if
that?
What is that?
Yeah.
That's probably, that egg might have been fertilized, and that's a little tiny bit of chick embryo, probably. As long as you scrape that, we can add vanilla. What's vanilla? 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Uh-oh. Do we have vanilla? We have almond extract. Almond extract. Oh no! We have no vanilla. It's a disaster. We don't have anything we need for this recipe. Let's scrape this a little bit. Ooh, that's a very, very wet mixture, Emmy. Oh, I guess it doesn't have any flour in it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, do we really have no vanilla? How sad is it?
Grandma might have vanilla.
Grandma might have vanilla. Should I go check? Okay, you can, let's take a look at this over here. I think we're still okay.
It's boiling.
It's boiling gently. It's not really amber though. Okay, you can turn it off.
Turn it off. Turn the camera off. I have no idea why I even said that. Grandma and Guppy just, I think they left because they had to go today, but they're coming on Mommy's birthday. We have a whole surprise plan, can't we? Daddy's gonna take Mommy out somewhere while we decorate in the morning. Can't wait for that, even though it's probably a lot funner than it sounds to me. Maybe you. I don't know. I don't know if you'll be back. Ay, ay, ay. Good enough. Sorry, I'm not an apple.
Well, unfortunately, Emmy, Grandma does not have any vanilla. So, the question is, should we use, we don't have any, should we use a little almond extract in our apple cake? What do you think?
It smells pretty different.
Oh, it's nothing like vanilla. But it is a different flavor that
Smells
makes it
good.
yummy in a cake. Yeah, let's do it.
But Mommy will be like,
Well, I don't know what it's supposed to taste like in the first place, so.
looks more like scrambled eggs.
It does. Yeah, the butter is definitely melted a little bit. You were right. It was a little bit not cold enough. Okay. Now, this is going to be a little funny because it's that warm butter. This is not real butter. And it broke a little bit, and we need to do this faster. So all these things might be a disaster. Okay.
Are we gonna have to put flour in it?
Fold in flour mixture. Okay.
If you're gonna fold that in, let me just open it for you.
Yes, but I think we, okay. I think this is amber. This is sort of getting amber. What do you think? What do you think? Is this an amber mixture now? I'm getting kind of thick. I think it might be.
I think.
You think it's amber and thick? And we should just do it?
Well,
It's getting a little caramelized. Definitely getting thick. So I think that
I think
is...
you could call that caramel.
Well, it's not caramel yet, but it's sugary.
And then I think it's good enough.
But it wouldn't really turn color. Okay, let's just let that go for one more minute while we do this. We'll just let it go for a second, okay? We'll fold this in.
It's on the lowest thing, just because.
So we're just gonna add the flour mixture
It
in.
was on the highest because it was actually boiling. And
Yep,
it
no,
would
you did the right
stop
thing. You did what I
because
asked.
It's on the lowest.
Yep. Always better to be cautious. I'm making this little pecan flour mixture. I really have no idea how this whole process is gonna go. Just fold in the flour mixture, which is not quite exactly folding.
Mixing.
Okay, ooh, that's definitely amber now. Ooh. Hey, that's okay. We're treating
It's
this.
burnt.
No, it's caramelized.
Oh,
But
sorry.
yes, I should have been a little bit more careful there, but I think it's going to be just fine. The slightly burnt sugar, I mean, slightly burnt sugar is yummy.
I like crisp sugar if I'll have to eat it
Yep.
to get sugar. Only if I can. Smells like caramel.
I think I let that get a little. You want to bring the camera over here? I gotta let that get a little bit too caramelly. But as you've all observed by now, this recipe is going to be a little bit like burnt sugary. Maybe a little more than was meant to. But that's okay. Let's put the batter over the top, like it says.
It does say to put the batter on top.
That's the direction we're going to follow.
Because it's how we make the cake. So
Yes. Okay. So we're going to do this. And yes. I'm not sure that was amber.
It's not enough batter.
It is a little bit funny that way, right? I mean, you'd really expect it to be more batter than that. I think it's going to rise a little. I think it's going to be okay. No, it is. It is.
It's not.
The apples are going to go. The apples are going to go all the way through. It's going to be fine. I think. It's true. We're not quite covering all the. You think those apples on the side weren't quite the thing? On the other hand, Emmy, I think it's going to rise a little over the whole thing. I think it's going to be fine. Are you worried, Emmy?
Yeah.
You worried it's not going to be yummy?
Why wouldn't I be worried?
Why wouldn't you be worried? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so here we go. That was not quite amber. Smelled a lot like almond extract. All the things. Let's see how this tastes anyway.
My batter. That's my batter over there.
Don't need too much of it, okay? I've got a lot of raw egg in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, a little more. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
There we go. That's going in for half an hour. You can see it's quite caramely on the bottom.
Oh.
So, who knows? I think what I will do is put the baking sheet under it. Oh, I'm glad I burned that caramel under it. It was so nice. I should let it go. But we'll see. Okay. Hey Google, set a timer for 30 minutes.
How good do you make these batters?
30 minutes. Now.
Okay, so that's in. And now we're gonna make some dinner. What do you think, Emmy? Should we keep the show going while we make some swordfish, or should we say that that was an apple cake show and call it a day?
Swordfish show. I said we were making swordfish.
Okay, the swordfish show. Oh, so the other reason we're making apple cake is tomorrow is Grandma Phyllis's birthday. So we're making you an apple cake in absentia, which is kind of the opposite of a nice thing in some
It's
some
okay,
respects.
Grandma.
But,
You don't have to have
but
everything.
happy birthday, Grandma Phyllis.
I'm talking to Grandma Donna.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that I was just completing my sentence. Sorry. Okay, so now we're going to
Oh,
see
this
about
raw egg.
yummy raw egg. Yeah, just don't eat too much of it. Okay, so.
That's
Okay.
good. It tastes like almond, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not because raw egg's not yummy, it's just not so good for your tummy. But it's okay. We eat raw egg and aioli. It's not like it's not like it's actually dangerous. Okay. Should probably adjust this camera so they can see us
raw
now.
egg.
Aioli does definitely have raw egg in it. That was at 350, and this recipe came from the New York Times Cooking. Yeah, maybe I can post the recipe. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to be good. I think I burnt that caramel a little bit. It was definitely smoking. Really too bad, 'cause it was looking great, and I should have listened to Emmy and said it was amber and just put it in.
I
But-
said yes.
But it's okay. It's caramel. Doesn't really smell too burnt, I don't think. We'll see. The apple cakes all have to have some problems. The last apple cake, something went a little wrong too, right? Oh, it was also a little burnt, right? Yeah, we just burn all our apple cakes around here at Chin Family Kitchen.
I'll be right back.
And I think there's a little much almond extract in it too. It smells a lot like almond extract. So, we'll see.
Tastes like crushed almonds with sugar in them.
Tastes like crushed pecans and sugar. Well, that's good,
That's
right?
like crushed almonds.
Yeah.
Pecans.
Tastes like crushed. Oh, because of the almond extract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really taste like that.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Then get some potatoes going. Then we'll make some swordfish. And
Something close anyway.
if this cake is no good, then we'll eat Grandma Donna's brownies
Having
instead.
salt, sugar, flag. Who cares? Me.
You?
Mostly Daddy.
You care or you don't care?
I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna take these potatoes, some fingerling potatoes, and we are going to cook them in a pan.
Looks like a thumb.
Looks like a thumb. Do you want to cut some of these, Emmy, or you want me to do it?
I want to cut them. How do I cut them?
Okay. So the way we're gonna cut them is your knife. Oh. Oopsie. Don't mind me. Just throwing things over here. Throwing large metal objects.
I don't think that's a good idea. Magneto.
Magneto.
That's what he
That'd
does.
be my new nickname. Okay, so Emmy, the way we want to cut these, we want to cut them in half, just in half once this way. So you could do it this way if you want. I like to do it this way because if you cut it this way, but it doesn't really matter. And if it's easier to balance that way, if that's too hard, you can do it like that. Okay.
So I'll figure it out. Sheesh.
But just be careful because the reason you might want to do it the other way is if that's too tippy, you feel like the potato's not stable.
Yeah, it's
Then
not.
do it that then you can do it any way as long as it's but your hand that was a good way to hold your hand like that.
But it won't be even.
Won't be even. That's fine.
It's
But you don't.
fine.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Once you started to cut it, you just got to cut it the rest of the way like that.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't
No, it's fine.
notice.
No, that's fine.
This is the way.
Doesn't have to be exactly even. That's totally fine. So maybe this one could be easy because you can get it.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
I'm making sure.
Yep. There you go.
that-
Make sure the knife is straight up and down. There you go. And then you can once you've gotten in, you can move your hand out of the way and put palm on top if you feel safer. But that's fine. Great. Oh,
think it's
look at this one. Look at this one. It's a little potato man. Hello, my name is Mr. Potato Head.
And you are going to be cut and eaten.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not. Of course you're not going to like it. Why did
You
I
can
even
put it
say
flat
that?
side down.
Yeah, I have
No, turn it
to.
over there. There you go.
I have to. If I have an opportunity to do that, I'm so taking it.
Yes, flat side down is always easier, right?
That one was so.
And then we're just gonna pan fry these up quickly.
Oops.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm not putting my hand the right way, but is that naughty potato? Oh, there it is. Put
I can
that
mince it
there.
down. Maybe we'll stuff.
Oh, another one that's Mr. Potato Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, show them.
Ugh, looks disgusting.
So that one, yeah, just cut it in half that way, and then cut each of the parts in half.
I'll do the harder one first. Because, as everyone knows, I like to do the part I hate first. To get that over with. Oops, it's so not even. Like
Doesn't
the
matter,
other
it's fine.
side's
Nope,
super
doesn't
thin.
matter.
It's just hard ones.
Yep. It doesn't matter very much. It really does not make it does not matter very much. And then maybe the last ones we'll just leave whole. And then what we're gonna do is put some olive oil in this big pan. And then this is gonna splatter a little bit. You wanna bring the camera over here?
I don't want your second phone to be broken. Sorry, everybody.
Why would it get broken?
Because if it gets oil splattered.
No, oil splatters are not going to break it. You can stand the other tool and get the angle. You can get it that way.
No way.
No way.
I could get splattered.
You're not going to get splattered. It's not going to. It's barely splattering on my hand.
But it's splattering.
So I'm saying splatters are going to break.
Hang on, everybody.
Alright, these are going to cook in the pan. There's a little more oil than I really wanted, but that's okay. That would help the splatter too.
What?
Oh, having less oil would make it splatter less. These are going to be almost like fried. Not really what I set out to do, but they'll be delicious. Do this in the oven as well, of course. Hopefully it's going to fit.
Twin potatoes, haha.
What?
Like they were born.
Twin potatoes.
Grandma said pretty cute twin potatoes. Wow, there's a lot of people text. Oh, sorry.
Are you making accidental text replies to people?
Nope. Turn the camera around for a second.
Oh. Okay. So our thing is in. We got this going. We'll cut up some bok choy while these cook. Then we'll make some fish real fast. Simple, easy peasy. Just a little apple cake. Swordfish. Bok choy and finger potatoes. No sauce.
I replied to Grandma even though she heard my answer.
Yeah.
I said, I know.
You said you know. Okay. So,
What a
how much of this
people.
bok choy do we make? I mean, we have a lot. Another food cake accident. We have kind of an outrageous amount of bok choy.
Hang on a second.
So my plan, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I had a plan for this bok choy and I'm not sure it's going to work.
What
Well,
is your
I
plan?
wanted to just cut them like this and cook them in a pan
Hang
like
on.
this. But they're so big, I'm not sure that's going to work at all. I'm just going to cook them flat. I don't know if I can even get them cooked that way or even fit them in the pan.
Okay, let's not make things so hard, okay?
So
Go with the
maybe,
thing and hope it works.
so
Look
maybe
how
we'll
big
do
this
it.
is.
I know, it's
Look how
giant,
big-
right?
Oh.
So maybe what I'll do, here's what I'll do. Let's cut them in 4 pieces and try and cook them in the pan like that.
This isn't in 4 pieces.
It is not. The other problem is they're so big, I'm a little worried about whether we can
Daddy,
do
do
this.
you think I could put the bag over here so I could like hand them to you?
Yes.
So
Can
I
you give me
can
another
feel
one?
like I'm doing a job?
Yes.
Look at this one. Look at this
Absolutely.
one, guys. Look at
Whoa.
Oh, I think we should put this in a vase and just skip it.
In a vase, we just have a bok choy vase.
Yeah. Just, I'll be sneaking over at night and eating a piece of our flowers.
Eating a piece of our
They'll
flowers.
be like, we have a fruit fly in the house. We have a fly in the house. And I'll be like, well, we don't exactly have a fly in the house. Although we do have a fly in the house. Hey,
What?
keep putting water on myself.
They splash you a little bit? Okay. So we got those. I think that'll work okay-ish. Maybe get, can you give me the salad spinner, Emmy?
Salad spinner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if we can
they're
soak these.
really
See if we can
weird.
soak those for a minute. And yes, the other, there's a little bit of, got kind of a lot of dirt. I'm a little worried about that. Okay, the fingerlings are cooking away.
I don't know, just salad spinner.
Oh, it's down there. It's under there.
Under where?
Under there.
Oh, wait. People getting it? Here it is.
Okay. I'm going to try to get rid of some of the dirt off this bok choy so we do not eat gritty bok choy. It's the most difficult place you can imagine it.
Under a bunch of stuff.
Okay, good
On
job.
the bottom. And on the back of a bunch of other stuff.
It's a good thing you're so capable then.
I'm not that capable at a salad spinner.
Well, you were capable of getting it from the hardest place possible. I think probably
We
this
have
is
another
enough of it.
bouquet, Daddy.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to save that one because I think this is enough. This is, yeah, well, I'm not going to be able to spin this dry.
I have a bouquet of lilies.
Okay, I'm going to soak this a little bit.
Mm.
Hopefully soak out some of the dirt. Got those fingerlings going. We can prep some fish. Hey Google, how much is left on my timer?
Are we going to do the other bag too?
Other bag of what?
I thought we had 2 things of bulky choy.
No, we just have one more thing about it.
Bulky choy.
Just one more thing. Okay.
Again. What do you do?
So,
Can you give this piece of delicious snack a wash?
to watch that delicious bok choy snack for you. Oh, did Google actually answer? Hey Google, how much is left on my timer?
You've got 16 minutes and 57 seconds remaining.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Oh, it's rising though.
Let me see. It's rising.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see how
It's
it
really
works.
funny.
Okay. I don't think I want to do the fish in here. I think that I would like to do the fish in cast iron. I think I need...
I'm having fun typing away.
Are you typing away? Answering people? Okay. We've got our little bok choy bouquet over here, which is hopefully going to get some dirt out so we don't have gritty bok choy. I don't know how I'm going to cook that. No idea how I'm going to cook that with all and the fish at the same time. I do not have enough pans.
So could you cook the
It was a
fish
bad
in the
plan.
oven? Or the potatoes in the oven?
I could. Well, I do have enough pans. I just don't. Really, maybe I'll wait for the potatoes to come out. Because I wanted to cook these so they could lie flat in the pan and get brown. The only pan big enough for that is the one the potatoes are in. So maybe what I'll do is when the cake comes out of the oven, I'll put the potatoes in the oven.
If the potatoes aren't ready. If the potatoes are ready, it will make a lot easier.
The potatoes are ready, just take them out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's put the potatoes.
There's an amber alert.
There's a what?
Amber alert.
Oh, okay. Amber Alert, check your local media.
Claim it? Oh, not more
Emmy,
video
Emmy,
game
Emmy.
text. Fine. I thought you said mommy doesn't care.
She doesn't, but we don't need to talk. It's not the whole world's business. That's
Yeah.
not our game anyway, just an alert.
Wait, you have an ultimate sword? Those are usually pretty exciting.
Hey, Emmy,
Great.
don't read things off my phone to the whole world over Facebook.
And not the whole world.
Well, it's anybody who, it's true, there aren't that many people watching, but it is available to anyone. So anything that's
A
sort
lot
of
of these
private,
people none of us know.
anything that's sort of private, you shouldn't say on a Facebook live stream.
Right.
Then I shouldn't say things that are embarrassing or unkind or private on a Facebook live stream because
I thought that was private.
Facebook live streams are for everybody in the whole world can look at it. So only things you'd say on it are things you don't mind everybody in the whole world seeing. So for instance, we decided
I don't mind.
that us cooking, but it's not just about you. Should I tell any of your secrets or embarrassing things that happened to you?
Sure. Go ahead.
Erin, you're saying that to be cheeky because you don't want to admit that you understand my point. But I could definitely say things about you that you would not be happy about, right? Things that your family knows, but you don't want everyone to know.
Sure.
So you have to think anything you say on a Facebook live stream, you have to think about whether it's really good for public consumption. So in general, anything that pops up on the phone, alerts from other apps and people and messages probably are not that. Okay, put the potatoes in the oven. Since this is not dripping, I think that's okay. Hopefully we're not about to discover if potatoes with apple caramel sauce are yummy or not, because that's not a thing we want to discover. Which means that now we can do this.
Yeah, cook the blah
Okay,
blah.
yeah, cook the blah blah. Oh my goodness, it's Miss Shellhorn. Miss Shellhorn is one of the teachers that Mommy works with.
Really?
Yes.
I know a lot of teachers, but not Michelle.
Michelle, no, you don't know that. She teaches high school. She's a high school art teacher.
Yeah. I know a fourth grade teacher, a kindergarten teacher, a second grade teacher, a third grade teacher, a fourth grade teacher, a fifth grade teacher, a sixth grade teacher. Yeah.
But no high school teachers. There are no high school teachers in your high school. I'm sure you've met some high school teachers. You probably even met Miss Shellhorn at some point when you were little. One of Mommy's events.
Little. Like, probably like, I don't know, like this big.
Like that big. Maybe a little bigger. Okay, so here we have some swordfish. And I'm just going to salt this before we cook it.
I think I might
Or maybe
have black
Emmy's
hair
gonna
at
salt
some
it.
point.
You might have black hair at some point, you think?
It's getting darker.
Yeah.
Darker than it was. At least on TV.
So we have this
Swordfish-
lovely swordfish that was on sale at Fresh Direct, and I feel a little bit guilty about because swordfish are very large fish, which makes them not the most sustainable things in the world to eat.
What's sustainable?
What is sustainable? You know what sustainable means?
Wait, before you unwrap the plastic too, can I feel what it's like? So I'm not touching it. It feels so weird.
Don't push it too hard. But,
Why does it feel so weird?
why does it feel so weird? Just the texture of fish. Swordfish are big fish, so they have a firmer texture than like salmon or things that you're used to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the question is, what time do we want to eat dinner? Is it time to cook the swordfish? Or is it not time to cook the swordfish? I think we will wait to cook the swordfish until Mommy and Theo walk in the door.
Why? But then it will just be a cake show.
Then it just be what? A cake show? Well, I know, but I don't think we want to cook. We don't want to eat cold swordfish.
Oh, but
So, hey Google, what's left on my timer? Hey Google, what's left on my timer?
9 minutes and 47 seconds to go.
All right, so they have 9 minutes and 47 seconds to show up in order for us to make fish. Maybe we should.
am I still in this?
Are you still in what? The show?
Yeah.
Sure. You're on it, aren't you?
You are the worst at understanding me.
I'm the worst at understanding you,
Especially homework.
especially homework. Okay, I'm gonna just salt the fish a little.
I want to do a little.
Uh-huh.
Do, 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 do.
Probably shouldn't be salting it right now because I'm not going to cook it right away, but that's okay. Okay, a little more salt. Use a little salt. Okay. So
No.
I'm gonna. No, you're not eating salt?
I'm not
Okay.
gonna put a rat cat.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Let's see how we're doing over here, Emmy.
It's still very liquidy.
It is still very, very liquidy. Is this recipe really right?
We did this one! We're done for when Mommy bakes.
Seems like it should have a lot more flour in it. Doesn't it?
We are so done for.
This is still nicely brown. You know, I mean, it's a butter cake. Maybe it's not supposed to solidify right that way, so. It's egg. I'm just going to assume it's going to be okay.
Assume? Wow,
It says
that's
bake 30
really
minutes.
short.
Until nicely browned. So, we'll see. We're just going to hope for the best. What do you think, Emmy? Maybe a song you want to sing?
No!
Okay. I think then, well, I guess we gotta wait. We'll wait for the cake to come out. I think we gotta, I don't know. Oh, you're done, Emmy? Emmy's all done. All right. I think that means it's time for us to say goodbye. We'll give you a look at the cake. And we'll post some pictures of the cake and dinner when it's ready.
We'll post just thousands of pictures because I like
There it
posting
is.
pictures.
Potatoes are in there. There's the cake. It's not really browned yet. Who knows if it's gonna brown? We'll have to see. But
We'll have to wait till we have
happy birthday,
scrambled
Grandma.
eggs.
Hope you all have a great week. And we'll see you sometime. Bye-bye.
We'll see you in like 13 years, okay?
No. Don't be silly. Okay,
That's probably
bye.
how long it's gonna take for Colombia.